Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity. This is MSL Season 3, the second match between Free and Savior. And if you didn't see the first match, go watch it first, because I'm going to basically talk about the first match constantly in this match, just kind of setting up. So Savior starting in the upper right-hand corner in white, and the bottom left-hand corner, Free is in purple. In the last match, just kind of a review, Free ended up losing to Savior, just getting kind of caught out of position, and Savior went lurkers, and Free just didn't have anything to deal with those lurkers. He had Psystorm, but not enough Psystorm, basically, and he didn't have any detectors beyond that were standing. He had some cannons up, but very quickly taken down by Savior. And you can tell he's a little frustrated by that. I think he was going for more of a late game build, which is intelligent, I think, against a player like Savior. You don't want if you're not confident in your heads up micro, you might as well go for more of a mid to late game macro build. Not that Savior isn't good mid to late game macro, but you stand a little more of a chance, especially when you're a player like Free. It looks like Free, he's putting that pylon out. Now that's interesting. I'm not initially thought he might be going for a proxy there. We've seen a lot of proxies on Blue Storm, and we'll see what Savior does. Looks like let's see if he gets that Overlord out, if he's just going straight, going to go for that early second hatchery, or if he's going to get an early spawning pool down. And really, this map, we've seen a ton of proxies. We've seen a lot of really fierce, fast competition here, and I think that this map kind of favors Savior types. Playing a Forge going down for Free, so Free's going for kind of that Bisu build. He's going to get that Nexus out, plop down two cannons, and try to hold out, and then basically go Corsairs and maybe into Reavers from there. But it looks like an early spawning pool going down for Savior, so Savior might be going very quick Zerglings. Let's see if he decides to go straight Zerglings from here. It looks like he's getting that Extractor down, so probably going to plop down in a second hatchery. He might be getting that spawning pool because he's planning on going very quick Zerglings, or he might be getting it down just kind of as a defensive maneuver, just in case a proxy type rush was coming. But I think once Savior's Overlord gets down there, he's going to realize the situation. I would expect him very quickly to kind of shift into kind of that quick infantry Zergling build, and he's going to be very suited for that. As you can see, getting that Extractor down, he could very quickly go into that speed upgrade. And here comes Free. Let's see if Free puts down the cannons first. Really, seeing Savior's base, seeing that early spawning pool. No, he's not going to put the cannons down first. He's going to put down that Nexus. Being a little belligerent, in my opinion. Secure your front, then worry about your resources, in my opinion. Don't put down that Nexus first, especially because spawning pool down right now, you have that Nexus up. It's going to be a minute. And a second, that's fortunate, second hatchery going down, but if Zerglings had been incoming, it looks like he had that probe there, so he would have known if Zerglings were incoming. But really, if Zerglings had been produced right there, I think that would have been a little dangerous for Free. And a single cannon, let's see if Savior manages to pull his Overlord back. If he loses an Overlord here, that could be a little dangerous. It looks like some Zerglings being produced here, so he has 6 Zerglings out now, and he's going to start flooding them down. I don't know if that's enough to get past these. Looks like a gateway and kind of a cannon seal. He might be able to thread the needle. Another pylon going down, and let's see, he's got that pylon still mining from that upper base. And a lot of Zerglings being produced. He's gonna, only about 6 Zerglings being produced. He's gonna take care of that probe. And let's see if Savior decides again to continue with this kind of Zergling type build, which I think he's gonna do. As you see, early Extractor down, and that early spawning pool definitely suggests that to me. Or if he's gonna go for kind of a later game build. And another hatchery, so he's going very much into macro mode now, getting that third hatchery down. So he's just going to basically try to outproduce Free going for that expansion. So Savior going to basically respond by going 3 hatcheries, and he's not going to be able to spot this out. One, because he's kind of in a defensive position, sealed in his base with his cannons, and that probe is very quickly going to be is basically going to be taken out. So Free is going to be mostly in the dark here as soon as that probe's killed. So now he has no idea, in my opinion, that those 2 hatcheries are down. For all he knows, he's just going to be absolutely dominated by Zerglings here in a second. But again, he didn't see the gas basically being harvested, so that might be an indicator to him. And we'll see what Savior decides to do here. If he does, in fact, decide to go more Zerglings than that Cybernetics core going down, and probably to kind of go Corsairs. And he really does need Corsairs to basically get out there fast, because he really does need a spot to see what's happening out in the field. He's currently mining out of that secondary. Zerglings going over the field, just basically covering across the map, making sure that there's not any sort of proxy going up. Spotting out, making sure no extra expansions are out, and he's going to basically come in and probably seal Free, and then just allow his macro to kind of build up. He's got that secondary up, and then as soon as he has that macro, probably just flood a ton of units, in my opinion. Kind of do a sort of constant infantry build, if you will. And let's see if he decides to go kind of that Stargate, which is more of the standard Bisu build, or if he goes something else, maybe a drop, something more creative. A lot of Zerglings out, as you can see. Basically at bolt direction, he can basically go down on this expansion with bolt direction. It looks like he's going to bring it down. That's a significant amount of Zerglings. He might be able to take down a couple of those cannons with all the Zerglings that are now flooding down at that position. I wish we could get a better look at Free's base. I saw one Zealot out there. He sees the couple of Zerglings there. 3 cannons and a single Zealot and a handful of probes. It looks like he's trying to get that signal similar. And here comes Savior. Savior flooding in now with just a whole lot of Zerglings. He's going to try to take those cannons down fast. Probes coming off the line. A single Dragoon in position now. Looks like he did manage to take out all those cannons before that third cannon came up. Couple Zealots out, but those Zealots aren't going to be enough for these Zerglings. Savior's going to win this right here, managing to just absolutely busting that line. And really, that's what I said. Oh man, I wish Free done a better job securing his front door there. Not doing, and just a sigh there, realizing kind of a vital error. Didn't have enough forces. I don't think he realized that third hatchery's out. But really, when you see that spawning pool down early, you have to suspect something. He called GG right there. And wow, another very fast win for Savior, just dominating opponents left and right. Brilliant maneuver on Savior, just feeling it instinctually that he had the forces that Free did not have, basically the proper defense, rushing in and ending it really quickly there, just playing incredibly. More commentaries on the way, so stay tuned once again.
해처리를 앞마당 쪽에도 짓는 것이 아니라 미네랄 확장 기지 쪽에다가 짓고 그다음에 앞마당 확장 기지로 가져가면서 해처리의 신체적인 양을 속이고 그다음에 프로브를 잡고 난 이후에 이제 라바에서 모두 저글링을 생산해내면서 상대방에게 저글링 숫자조차도 눈으로 보여주지 않게끔 만드는 이런 철저한 사전 준비까지 확실히 마재현 선수가 경기를 빨리 잡는 데 있어서 여러 가지 마재현 선수가 수적으로 앞서간 부분들이 많았다고 봅니다.
이훈 선수가 손을 벌벌벌 떨고 있네요. 네. 아니 원래 제가 좀 하고 있는 것 같습니다. 하지만 어떻게 하겠습니까? 지금 이제 돌이킬 수가 없습니다. 이제